8 living men bought their way into this portrait. A criminal's body, the star of a gruesome yearly show, and a radical new idea hanging in the air as thick as the smell of the dissection room. The idea was from a man named Francis Bacon, who said this: "Knowledge itself is power." And this painting? This is that idea brought to life. It's the moment our modern world began, the world of science, of chasing secrets, of believing that to understand something is to control it. But Rembrandt, the genius, saw the other side of the deal. He saw the price. So let's dissect it. Not the body, the philosophy. This is the story of how a painting about a dead man's hand shows us the brilliant and terrifying birth of power. The profound power Rembrandt so carefully staged was, first and foremost, a social and civic performance. Amsterdam in 1632 was the bustling heart of a nascent global empire, a city where wealth, trade, and intellectual ambition converged. In this milieu, the Surgeons' Guild, more a prestigious trade association of barber surgeons than a modern medical academy, was a key pillar of the burgher elite. A public anatomy lesson was not a routine classroom event, but a rare, dramatic spectacle permitted only once a year and only on the body of an executed criminal. It was a symbol of civic order, demonstrating the city's authority to punish, its permission to unveil nature's secrets, and its commitment to pragmatic knowledge. The men who commissioned this group portrait, each paying a handsome sum for their place in the frame, were purchasing more than immortality. They were investing in their social capital, asserting their membership in the vanguard of enlightened progress. For the 26-year-old Rembrandt, newly arrived from Leiden, the commission was his own ticket to power. Securing this prestigious assignment from the influential guild marked his decisive arrival on Amsterdam's competitive art scene. He was tasked not with documenting a medical procedure with clinical accuracy, but with crafting a powerful narrative of authority and collective identity. In this, he broke radically from tradition. Earlier group portraits were static, hierarchical lineups. Rembrandt, however, composed a dynamic, focused drama. He placed the pale, luminous corpse of Aris Kint, a thief hanged just hours before, on a diagonal slab, transforming an object of justice into the central protagonist of science. By arranging the 7 guild members in a pyramid of attention around the active figure of Dr. Tulp, Rembrandt visualized the very transmission of knowledge as the source of their status. The painting, therefore, is a deliberate construction, a piece of strategic propaganda that encapsulates the ambitions of a city, a profession, and an artist, all rising together on the compelling promise of a new age. This constructed drama achieves its power through Rembrandt's masterful orchestration of light, flesh, and gaze. First, the radical chiaroscuro, the violent contrast between inky void and luminous focus, does not illuminate the scene so much as stage it. The darkness is not empty. It is a velvet curtain isolating the performance, ensuring we, like the surgeons, can look nowhere but at the central revelation. That revelation is not the corpse's face, shrouded in shadow, but the brilliant focal point, the flayed left forearm. Here, Rembrandt forsakes anatomical completeness for profound clarity. With exquisite precision, he renders the flexor tendons of the fingers, lifted by Dr. Tulp's forceps. This is the painting's conceptual engine, the demonstration that a single mechanical system, once understood, grants control over the whole. The famed omission, the untouched, lifeless right arm dangling over the slab, serves as a stark, silent counterpoint, emphasizing the chosen hand as a subject of awe, not butchery. The meaning of this discovery is mirrored in the varied reactions of the 7 spectators. This is not a chorus of uniform curiosity. Their engagement is hierarchical, a spectrum of understanding. The figures closest to Tulp, like the man leaning in with a sheet of notes, embody intense, scholarly absorption. Those farther back exhibit faces of dawning comprehension, puzzlement, or even a distant, polite observation. One man, at the apex of the composition, looks directly out at us, binding the viewer into the circle of witnesses. This careful choreography of gaze signifies that knowledge and power are not passively received, but actively interpreted, a personal transaction between the individual and the evidence before him. Finally, key symbolic elements deepen the narrative. The open textbook at the corpse's feet, identifiable as Vesalius's groundbreaking anatomical atlas, is strategically placed. It signifies the transition from ancient, theoretical authority to live, empirical verification. Dr. Tulp does not read from the book. He demonstrates its truth, moving the source of authority from the page to the physical fact. Together, these notable points transform a medical demonstration into a timeless meditation on seeing, knowing, and the price of enlightenment. It is here that Francis Bacon's dictum, "Knowledge itself is power," transcends philosophy and becomes a visible, almost tangible force within Rembrandt's composition. The painting is a meticulous visualization of how this power operates. Socially, it is concentrated in the figure of Dr. Tulp, whose calm authority orchestrates the entire scene. His is the power to reveal. Intellectually, it radiates through the guild members, whose collective gaze forms a chain of enlightenment. Theirs is the power to comprehend. Yet, Rembrandt, the profound humanist, complicates Bacon's clean axiom by embedding its inherent tension. The ultimate source of their power, the illuminated corpse of Aris Kint, is also the painting's most potent symbol of powerlessness. This creates a profound moral chiaroscuro, as dramatic as the visual one. The tension is not between ignorance and knowledge, but between the immortalizing act of science and the mortal flesh it requires as its raw material. The poignant detail of the corpse's shaded face forces a critical question. To achieve this power, must we diminish the individual humanity of its source? The spectators' varied reactions answer ambiguously. Some seem to see a person, their expressions holding a trace of solemnity. Others appear to see only a fascinating object, a mechanism. This is the deeper meaning within the drama, the Enlightenment's great bargain. To master nature, one must first objectify it. The painting captures the awe of that mastery, but also its cold cost. The flayed tendons, so brilliantly lit, represent control over life's very machinery. Yet the discarded, intact arm serves as a memento mori, a reminder of the whole person sacrificed to this fragmented understanding. The open Vesalius textbook marks the shift from abstract theory to empirical truth. But that truth is written on the body of a criminal, implicating social power in the scientific endeavor. Knowledge is power, Rembrandt seems to concede, but it is a power purchased, never freely given, and often extracted from the powerless. The anatomy lesson of Dr. Nicolaes Tulp endures not as a record of a dissection, but as a dissection of a worldview. Rembrandt immortalizes the pivotal moment when human curiosity, armed with reason, began its systematic unveiling of nature's secrets. In doing so, he captured the quintessential spirit of the approaching Enlightenment, its boundless ambition, its reverent awe, and its unsettling moral ambiguity. The painting asks us, as it asked Amsterdam in 1632, to consider the price of the light we so fervently seek. In that eternal pool of illumination, where a dead man's hand speaks of both mechanical wonder and human loss, we are confronted with the enduring paradox Bacon's phrase could not contain, that the greatest power known to humanity is born from our most profound vulnerability. The lesson, it turns out, is not in the tendons, but in the gaze, not in the knowing, but in the cost of knowing. If you found power in this knowledge, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for listening. I hope to find you again.